Hi there, my name's Erica McIntosh, and I'm here today to talk to you about organ donation and why you should be an organ donor. There was a quote once that says, "Nobody can do everything, but everyone can do something," and that is the definition of organ donation. It is when a person who is deceased or critically injured and determined brain dead voluntarily gives the order for doctors to donate their organs to individuals in need. Organs such as livers, hearts, corneas, tissues, lungs, all sorts of organs that are viable and usable are given to individuals who need them. There are currently 114,000 men, women, and children waiting on the donation lists. By promoting organ donation, making sure people are educated and aware, and signed up for donor registries, more lives can be saved. The need for organ donation is really undeniable. 90% of Americans know there's a need and approve of being organ donors, but only 30% know how to be organ donors, and it's just unacceptable. Every 10 minutes, another person is added to that waiting list, and 18 die every day waiting for organs. In 2007, 2.5 million viable organ donors died, and imagine if each one of them donated organs. There'd be a lot more people alive today because of those. Every person should be an organ donor. There's the pride of knowing that someday you can save someone's life, even though it's out of your hands, is really something that people can hold their head high about. They don't have to be deceased to be organ donors. Living donors can give portions of organs, or organs that are you're able to live without, such as one kidney or part of a liver, to friends, families, or even strangers. It's a simple process. There's no excuse. It's checking a box. It's typing your name in a list. It really is so simple. People don't need to not be organ donors. There's a lot of myths surrounding organ donation, and education is the way to make people donors, and knowledgeable ones at that. There's some myths such as doctors will not try to do life-saving techniques if I'm an organ donor. It's false. The doctors, will take as much time as they need and life-saving procedures to ensure the continuation of life. And a pronouncing of brain death is the only point where organ donors become actual donors. That pronunciation of brain death, it's feared that people will be pronounced brain dead but not dead. And that's also false. It's a legal procedure that takes step by step that must be done in order to be an organ donor. People think that the wealthy will get the organs first. False. The severity of the injury, the severity of the illness, the time spent on the waiting list, and the ability of the donor to be a match is what determines who gets organs first. It's against my religion is another quote from organ donors, or people who do not want to be organ donors. In fact, majority of religions support organ donation, and donatelife.gov actually goes through religion by religion and allows people to look up if their religion is supportive. So it's an individual choice, but there's information out there people just don't know. People also think I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm not healthy enough. All of them are not true. You cannot be too old. People in their 60s getting transplants when they think they're too old to get them. Young children as young as 1 getting heart transplants from other children, and not healthy enough. People think they have to be triathletes to be organ donors. It's false. As long as the organ is good enough to be used by an individual who can use it to heal and live, it will be donated. People also think that it's costly. Also wrong. The cost of donation is not put onto the family of the deceased. In fact, only the life-saving measures go towards the financial aspect of the family. How to be aware of being an organ donor is the most critical part, and it's these 2 simple steps. 1, check the box on that donation slip as for when you get your driver's license. Simple as that. And I know they ask everybody at the DMV, and a lot of people do it because they're not just sure. Another thing, register on your state and national registry list. And it's just type it in Google for your state registry list, donor registry, and it will come up right up, and all you have to do is type in some information, and you're in the system, and that's as easy as it is. It's important for people to be aware of organ donation, spread the word, talk openly about your decision to be an organ donor, why it's important, and some statistics, such as the fact that 28,000 lives were saved in 2011 through organ donation. And one donor can save up to 8 lives through their organs. There's a quote that says, "You can't have a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never be able to repay you." And that's really true. You know, it's important to me to get the message out there. My stepmother actually had a liver transplant 12 years ago. She's still with us today. She's been able to see her 6 wonderful grandchildren grow up. And in fact, her identical twin also had a liver transplant. Unfortunately, both of their organs were from a young person under the age of 18. And although there is a tragedy there, life has been given through that tragedy to help make it a little bit easier for people to understand such a thing. You know, people need to be informed. You need to be educated on organ donation, and everybody needs to get out there and be organ donors to help save those lives of people every day who need it. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you on that organ registry. Thanks.